And hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 174 of Improv Night with Stevie Boy. And
I was
sorry,
expecting
and
Shiseki, but no, I am Sergius. Hello.
yeah, this guy snuck on. No, I'm just kidding. He's filling in for
Shit.
Shiseki. Shiseki's got a bad back today, but we actually got a couple pieces of news for you that are important to the show today. Not only, by the way, is it motherfucking Pride Month. This show's always been at least half queer because I'm bi, but Sergius, the fucking queer trans
I'm very
dude,
questioning.
yeah, he's awesome. And also, last
No.
but not least, this is actually the last time anyone will ever be in this particular room because we're revamping the stage, and all backups of this particular room happen to have been deleted through technical difficulties.
Woo!
So what do you want to start with, man?
Let's warm up with bus stop.
Awesome. I don't think we've ever started with that before. So do you want to describe how to
cool.
play bus now?
Alrighty, so bus stop is we're gonna get a bunch of you buddies up here. You're gonna line up in the back. Two of us are gonna be up front, and then we'll start a casual conversation. At some point, one of us is gonna get bored and run out of things to say. So we'll say, "My bus is here. I sure hope," and then we'll describe something like Optimus Prime with explosive diarrhea. I sure hope Optimus Prime with explosive diarrhea doesn't come up here. And then I go to the back, and then somebody from back here goes up and has to act like Optimus Prime with explosive diarrhea. However your interpretation of that is. And if you don't know a character or a person we know, just make it up. If I call you, I don't know, Edward Snowden, and you don't know who Edward Snowden is, pretend to be a person named Edward Snowden. And if nobody comes up here, I am more than happy to play multiple versions of myself. It's more fun
I've
with
never
friends.
done it, but I'm willing to try. So I guess that's what we're doing. Good to see you,
I guess that's what
Sergius.
Hello,
Where are you
Stevie. I am headed where the sun don't shine. Apparently, at least that's where my dad told me to go. Yeah, I got
think I
some
have a
funny
cream for
looks.
that.
Oh, that's what he meant. I've been meaning to see a doctor about that. Maybe the bus will take me to the doctor. Damn it, I hate learning about these things
I'm
at
actually
the fucking Centro station, man. You know how many times I've learned about my medical issues at the goddamn Centro? It's ridiculous. This is the
No,
Centro.
I'm actually a doctor of trains. I have just this super big stethoscope, I think that's what it's called, that actually just suction cups to the side of buses, and I can actually diagnose problems. But I
So
also
you're a
don't know how to work
Transformer
on
doctor.
cars. I have
Yeah.
given Optimus Prime many prostate exams.
Well, my bus is here. I sure hope Optimus Prime with prostate issues doesn't come up. Hello, human. I currently am shitting blood, and I don't think that's normal. I have been told that you are a car doctor.
Okay, let me bring out my tool that is for the job.
Oh no. You know,
Okay, are you
I
ready?
think I have changed my mind.
You'd rather keep the prostate problem.
I'd rather keep shitting blood, I think. For the betterment of all humanity. I do
Do
not want that
Transformers
thing
bleed?
up my ass.
Why do Transformers bleed? Explain that to me.
We bleed Energon, the fuel and lifeblood of all autonomous robotic organisms from the planet Cybertron, including. Stop fighting over oil, humans!
I've been hearing this stereotype all over the place that Decepticons, their blood is actually liquid nitrogen. What do you have to say about that?
That is blatantly scientifically false. Their blood is either regular Energon or dark Energon, the blood of Unicron the Destroyer.
Oh, would you look at that? I
No.
think my bus is here. I really hope that a bee made out of other bees doesn't come around here. Wait, sorry.
You are a Earth-based combiner. I have never seen one like this. What else do you transform into?
I am made of organic matter and I transform into human pain.
Interesting. Megatron is known to transform into human pain. Would you happen to be a Decepticon?
You know, I happen to be a deceptive con artist. Does that count? I
Yes,
cheat other
it
bees out of their
does.
money. Yeah, sorry, but out of their honey. That's what I meant. Yeah. Bees attack.
Oh, fuck, I'm allergic to bees. God damn it.
Optimus Prime is allergic to bees.
Yeah, why do you think I hate bumblebees so much? Oh, did I say that on camera? I sure hope the leg lamp from A Christmas Story doesn't come up. Why am I on one leg in real life? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I found something new to swarm.
If you try to sting me, you'll break your stinger. I'm kind of made of plastic.
Is that a light bulb?
My electric powers worked. I am actually a Pokemon, but I was rejected for being sexually suggestive. Leg Rack Thunderbolt, go!
I gotta go to bee jail. I really hope 4 pieces of perpendicular aluminum that prove the meaning of life don't come around here.
Oh my god, does this become a Stanley Kubrick film? What kind of Pokemon are you?
Well, I'm not so sure. I mean, I'm made of 4 perpendicular pieces of aluminum.
Well, I can see that. I am a leg lamp, and I was rejected from Nintendo.
Legolas,
So now I'm filled with
I
pure
love
rage,
Lord of the
electric
Rings.
shock power. What would happen if I decided to throw a thunderbolt attack at you?
I think I might just become more powerful.
You went garbly there for a second. Is that your power?
It is exactly. I think I'm just overflowing with electric power. And
There we
if
go.
You
You
feed
must
me
not
more,
be. What if I tried to take your power?
if you feed or try to drain me, or I think I might just go a metal version of Super Saiyan. I shouldn't have made a Dragon Ball reference when I've never seen an episode of Dragon Ball.
I'd like to see that. Thunderbolt!
I make the same sound, even though it's more powerful this time.
Where's your hair?
Oh. Am
I know I'm a leg lamp with no eyes, but can tell you don't have the hair.
Oh my God. My hair. My defining feature, my beautiful aluminium hair. It's completely gone from existence. My life is
Well,
meaningless.
my leg bus is coming. I think it's the Venga bus. I hope somebody who cares comes up.
Don't leave me like this!
Hey, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Well, the defining characteristic of my entire existence has faded off of my skull because I went too powerful and went bald.
You know, we all sometimes get a little too powerful and lose our meaning of existence. I mean, isn't that why God left the goddamn earth? I know how you feel.
No,
And I care.
what I might just try and do is have an easier time putting on helmets for motorcycles, and I might put solar panels on my head for the needy. I think my
That's
bus
a
is here.
great idea. You go
I
get
really
your bus,
hope that an
man.
industrial-sized paper shredder doesn't come around here. Oh,
Hi, paper shredder. I am somebody who cares.
I inexplicably hate Ninja Turtles.
Oh, you're that kind of shredder.
But I also shred official documents if you require to lack evidence for
Can
a
you
court
shred?
case.
Can you shred pictures of my ex?
I mean, who's to say that I know what I'm shredding? I mean, it's kind of between
Cool.
you and your problems, buddy boy.
Okay, so he had an Intel Celeron processor, and that was kind of gross for me. He's not really my type, and he only had like 256 megabytes of RAM. Man,
Oh my
I
God.
deserve so much better. God, yeah, I
Dude,
am
that's
never
just-
settling. This dude, he couldn't even play Minecraft without fucking crashing. Oh my God, I am never dating the fucking like Celerons,
You
Pentiums.
deserve
They're
so
all the
much
same.
better.
I do deserve much better, and you know, as somebody who cares about you, I care about myself too. I am only gonna date i7s and higher, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I know it's really hard to find them in the market now, but only a 2060 or better, preferably a 3090 Ti. Why is
You
it so
have the
hard
right
to
to
find a good
motherfucking
man?
standards, god damn it, and I say that as a paper shredder.
It is so hard to find a good, reliable man who can just fucking run VR chat.
It's okay. Let it all out.
Just want to get murdered by GLaDOS.
I believe
without
that my recycling pickup truck is here, though. I really hope a therapist who has a shift every 30 seconds at Applebee's doesn't come around here. What seems to be the problem?
Well, Doc, it all started when I found out I was a robosexual. I dated my
I-
first all-in-one computer back in high school, and things were
Yeah.
pretty great. But he just couldn't meet my needs, you know? There was that one time I was just trying to play Minecraft, but his 256 megabytes of RAM, they couldn't handle the TNT, so he just left. He just left, crashed, left my 90s speakers rumbling on the goddamn desk. I've never been so fucking heartbroken in my life, and now
Well,
I
what
found a
does he
new
say
man.
about your relationship with your father?
Oh, I hate my father.
Oh, well, that solves pretty much most of it. Oh, by
Oh
the way,
yeah, you don't have to
welcome
be
to
Freud to figure
Applebee's.
that out.
Would you
What?
so we have an assortment of side dishes.
Oh,
We have mashed
nice.
potatoes. We have about 16 different versions of ribs. I've only been to Applebee's once in my entire life.
You got the super salad?
We have lots of super salad
I
if
would
you would
love a super
perspire it.
salad right now.
I can also arrange it the lettuce to say how does it make you feel so that it can also help you. I can prescribe it to you as a psychiatrist.
Okay, that sounds good. So, is your how? I don't mean to get personal, but how much do you get paid? Do you need a tip? Is this one of those things? Because I tip pretty
This is
well.
an unprofessional question. I'm off shift at Applebee's. I'm working on you, sir. So,
Oh, okay.
oh,
So that's just the standard rate.
this
Where
is
was
my
I?
office.
Oh God! So I'm dating this dude now. He's got an i7 and a 2060, and I just feel like I don't deserve him. He's too perfect. But at the same token, I feel like he doesn't deserve me because I keep
No,
thinking
you're a
about
man with
those
dignity. You
i9s,
deserve a little better.
Gen X's with a 3090 Ti. Oh God, I just feel so dirty thinking of somebody better.
Now, so would that be a Diet Pepsi, a Coke, a raspberry milkshake, or a whiskey?
Oh, raspberry milkshake sounds really good actually. But
Raspberry milk.
do you have any made with oat milk? I'm a little lactose intolerant.
We actually do have oat milk. We have soy milk, and we also have the blood of the innocent. If you would like to trade that
Ooh,
in.
Blood of the innocent. I haven't had that in forever. That sounds great.
Okay,
Is it
so
virgin blood?
let's
Do
see.
you know that?
Oh, virgin blood. Oh, it's been not since the 1980s
Oh,
health
okay.
code guidelines.
Understandable.
It's going to take about 15 years for the machine to be fixed. So in the meantime, how are your stools?
Oh, my schools. They're boring as hell, man. You know, it's
I
all a
said
bunch of
stools,
like.
but that fucks too.
Oh yeah, you know, it's all a bunch of Pentium 4s thinking they're gonna be some i5s when really they're never gonna amount to like a Celeron. You know what I mean?
That's a lot about shit. And I think there's nowhere else we could go with this. Insane. You know what? We're gonna play Sell It.
That works for me. Give me a word. I can go with
Chanter.
Hi
Spell that
everybody,
piece
my
of
name
shit.
is Surgeus, and I forgot that I don't have SurgeBot with me, so I can't make him fart, so I can say this is an ad. That's my other show. I have an MS and BS, and here I am able to sell you that I can't even remember what the name is, so I'm just gonna go with Gerfackelstein.
Chanter
Because that sounds Fuckelstein? Fackelstein?
Chanter Funkelstein.
Anterfunkelstein?
That's close enough.
So you read that book, Frankenstein. Boy, did I like that book, Frankenstein, and I definitely didn't have a few existential crises reading that book. No, sir. But don't you want your own little German scientist to dance and do the disco when you got nobody else around? Well, the Gherkin Fackelstein that I can always pronounce, the marketing team is definitely going to kill me later today. We'll do just that. Yes, you've heard of Vocaloids and their hologram concerts. This brings you a dancing German scientist in your own room. All you need is the Gherkin Fackelstein device here. You hook it up to your phone. You choose from our wonderful German idols, and you can hear, and they appear right there, and they will dance to songs such as Weird Science, She Blinded Me with Science, and anything by the Mystery Skulls. Yes, this is the new age, the new age of pop stars and some mad science and all that fun shit.
I only listen to Irish folk music, so is there a version of this product that can work for my lifestyle?
Absolutely. When you hook it up to Bluetooth, you can pick any sort of song you want. I was just choosing those songs as a frame of reference, and I'm definitely not writing to tech support to add a ticket into fucking Jira right now to add support. God, I told them to add fucking Spotify support, but did they listen to me? No. Anyway, yes, it will be in there.
Getting
Support.
Spotify to support this really is a magical product.
It is. I personally have brought an axe to their headquarters and threatened them myself. That axe is a separate product we also sell. So, German holographic pop star in your own home. Who doesn't want that? I certainly want that. And I personally like to pick the Victor Frankenstein setting. He is full of existential dread. And you know, seeing the German scientist sadly disco dance makes me feel a little better about my life.
Can it be in other than German?
Yes, in a few
Gonna
new
be other than
iterations, we
German.
will have American, Ukrainian, even Sri Lankan, and Antarctican. The Antarctican ones, you could choose either the scientists or the penguins. The possibilities are endless. The German is just the first iteration.
Kowalski analysis.
We'll work with a deal with DreamWorks on that. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Regard The fuck is the term?
He's an A-list celebrity. We've been trying to get in contact with his agent and his agent with ours. It's been a bit of miscommunication. Kowalski's just very hard to get in contact with,
You have any
unfortunately.
idea how hard it is to contact fucking Alaska?
He doesn't live in Alaska. He lives in New York
That's
City.
why it's so difficult to get in touch with him.
So you've been in charge. No wonder we haven't heard anything back. God damn it, Steve.
I'm about as good at this as I am at time management. So how much does the Gentrifuckelstein actually cost?
The Gargle-Fuckelstein costs 2 payments of $19.99, and that sounds like a steal. And that sounds like it's too good to be true. And I want you to know, it is too good to be true, my friends. It is way too good to be true. Don't trust anything from this fucking company. You know, I've been working here for 20 goddamn years. And you know what they gave me? They slapped on my desk a pack of fucking mints and said, thank you for 20 years of service. I said, could I fucking possibly have a raise after being here for 20 years? Because I'm still being paid $7.99 an hour. And they're like,
Surgeus
we'll bring it up at your next company
Surgeus
review.
has gone rogue.
You'll never fucking take me alive!
There we go.
So
Oh
yes,
my God,
but
Surgeus.
sorry about that little outburst. The microchip in my brain definitely did not detonate. We could do the debate game against each other.
You know what? I'm totally off. Let's try it.
Cool. So you pick a topic, I'll pick a topic.
Oh, by the way, for people watching in the future, this is basically where we're going to debate on stuff that is not controversial at all. It's just ridiculous shit that barely relates to each other.
Important.
M&Ms or Skittles?
So, okay, so we'll go with M&Ms first, then something completely unrelated to M&Ms. What's the second one?
Cats.
Okay.
M&Ms or cats? Okay, I think this is this might be the second time in a row we've done something related to cats, but I'm cool with it. One funny little thing about cats, as opposed to M&Ms, is that you know what's never killed a dog? Those precious dogs you love so much? M&Ms. What's killed dogs? M&Ms, probably, because they're fucking chocolate. Want to know what's probably never killed a dog? A cat. They've tried. It's not for lack of trying, of course, but they've never done it. They just have a cute rivalry together, where one of them is a vicious monster, and the other is playing a Tom and Jerry game with them. And cats are so cuddly and fuzzy and fluffy sometimes, and adorable and fast runners. Very cuddly. I think I already said that. Try cuddling an M&M. I fucking dare you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Surgeus, and I'm here to debate the fact that M&Ms are superior to cats. And while my opponent here didn't exactly highlight the pluses of cats and went straight into the smear campaign of M&Ms, I will go ahead and highlight my own good things about M&Ms. Yes, my friends, M&Ms have never killed anybody ever, and I have personally funded the studies for such things. Hello there in the audience. M&Ms are just as cuddly, just as friendly as cats, and you know, if you haven't met a friendly, cuddly M&M, then you're in for a sweet treat today, because I'm going to tell you all about the wonderful things about M&Ms. And just to address my opponent who says that M&Ms have killed dogs, but cats have not, that is also untrue. And I can share these stories about how that is fucking false.
Well, the thing is, with an M&M, when I was a young, wee, tad little 6-year-old boy, and I was trying to ride my bike, guess what fucking took the bike over its head and snapped it over its knee? Yes, that's right. It was the yellow M&M and the red M&M working in cahoots. Right from the trailer. J.K. Simmons, you fucking betrayed me. And I'm a fan of pretty much everything you've ever done. Except for Invincible, which makes me uncomfortable. But it is a good series, and that's very off topic. But cats, I'm telling you, if you try and cuddle an M&M, guess what? Well, unless you are literally the size of like a quarter of a minion or an eighth of a Smurf, you're not wrapping your arms around that thing comfortably. It's like wrapping your arms around the world's smallest picture frame. And we all know picture frames are only something you hug if you have nothing else to hug. And so you cuddle a cat, you feel the cuddly, fluffy, furry warmth. It's like a stuffed animal, not stuffed with like the cotton. It's stuffed with like fucking organs and blood, but it makes it warm. It can cuddle you. It can love you. An M&M can't fucking love you. It can just taste good.
Well, my opponent here makes some pretty powerful points, seemingly. He claims that as a child, the yellow M&M came up, took his bike, and snapped it over his knee. Well, what if I told you that was a smear campaign created by cats who were in disguise? Yes, the purple M&M, the Michael Bay M&M, has inspected that he ran the investigation on this while he was working on Transformers, and he found that the cats were behind this. And due to the legal fees, we weren't able to pursue this in court. So it just leaves as a dark smear against the M&Ms that leaves us sad every day that you would think these horrible things about M&Ms when clearly it's the cats in the wrong here. Now, regarding the cuddliness, my opponent has used two different small things for size. He says a quarter of a minion and then an eighth of a Smurf. Those are two very different, they're very different sizes. And if you're going to make that argument, at least stay consistent. Use at least a football field as a unit of measure. And anyway, you absolutely can
The
cuddle an M&M.
496th of a football field.
Your fingers, yes, thank you. That would have been a better measure. But you cuddle with your fingers. Your fingers don't ever get love. Sure, you could get a hug from a cat if your cat allowed that, which a lot of cats do not like to receive hugs. No, but your M&M will give you a hug any day of the week, and you just use your fingers to give it a hug, and you'll be like, wow. I am so touch-starved that this finger hug with an M&M that I purchased at Dollar General means the world to me. A cat can't give you that, but a cat can give you cat scratch fever, piss on your pants. It doesn't even have to live in your home and it'll piss on your pants, leave fur everywhere, meow all hours of the day, and leave a whisker on your bed, just so you know that you're never alone with your thoughts. And I think that's pretty damning.
I gotta fucking tell you. So, wanna know something M&Ms do when you a finger fucking hug that cats most certainly don't do? I should hope. If it does do this, send your cat to the vet. Melt. A cat won't melt when you hug it. Also, if your
Cats
cat
already
is
liquids.
if your cat is just scratching you and just hissing at you and getting all feisty when you hug it, guess what? You've been training your cat wrong and you've been hugging it wrong. You gotta listen. So with a cat, you gotta listen to it. This isn't even a bit. This is just legit. With a cat, you gotta listen to it. You gotta pay attention to how it feels. You gotta pay attention to how it reacts, why it might react that way. Throw trust in it that it's okay to leave you, while it throws trust in you at some point to be hugged by you. But want to know how long an M&M can last in your life to gain such love and respect? 5 fucking minutes, if that.
My opponent here says that M&Ms don't last long enough to give proper hugs. First off, let me address the fickleness of cats. Like a person, a cat won't always like a hug, no matter what kind of cat it is. An M&M will never say no to a hug. And my opponent says that it will melt after 5 minutes. Well, where there's one M&M, there's plenty more. And M&Ms don't cost $200 to adopt. And they don't have the emotional baggage of a cat, where you're thinking, wow, now I have to feed this thing and devote 13 years of my life to this. I can't fucking handle it. But an M&M, you don't have that. Once you get sick of an M&M, you either eat it or you throw it in the trash. And the M&Ms are okay with either. The M&Ms are very understanding race. And I think you saying cats are superior, it's just so uninformed.
As my closing statement, inviting Surgeus to his closing statement afterwards, I will admit M&M's chocolate, one of the finest things on earth. I will agree there. In terms of taste, in terms of flavor, crunch, if you got them particularly hard. They hit that right spot there. They're just the right size to go down your gullet and cause a chocolatey, smooth sea of love. And also an aphrodisiac in case you need it. But the thing that is going to stay in your life more and not inherently make you fat if you have a lot of them, and also like not be potentially addictive as the sugar in M&Ms can be. Cats don't have sugar in them unless it's being consumed by them. It's no contest, frankly. A cat has love. It can stay with you for like 20 years at least if you play your cards right. It can, if you got the right one, it can cuddle you and everything. You won't be tempted to eat it and remove it from your life. And it will watch TV with you. It will welcome you home if you've had a particularly long relationship with it. It'll keep meowing for you to pet it, and you'll want to pet it because it's so comfy. I mean, it'll be just the ultimate companion to your life. But also, I am biased as a person who does not like dogs. So take that last part with a grain of salt.
Yes, I'm here to say that cats are obviously inferior to M&Ms in every single way. A M&M will not leave fur around your house. M&M will not piss on your shoes, and you don't have to clean up after your M&Ms, and you don't have the emotional baggage of an M&M, and you can give it a hug anytime. If you need, anytime you need, you don't have to ask the M&M for permission. An M&M is always up for hugs, always up for being eaten, always up for being shared with your friends. You can't share a cat. You just can't. And once you run out of M&Ms, you don't have to fill out the adoption paperwork all over again, and you don't need to get investigated by animal control every single time. No, you buy another pack of M&Ms, and this cashier just happily smiles and says, "Have a nice day," when you get your 50th pack of M&Ms for the day. That's not going to happen at the cat shelter. You buy your 50th cat for the day, they're going to look at you weird. No, M&Ms are the surefire way to help handle loneliness and that void in your stomach.
So, and also we are not sponsored by M&Ms in case that's not abundantly clear, although I wish we were. But basically now it comes down to voting. So if after everything you've heard, you think that cats are better than M&Ms, throw up applause like the hands that you would use to pet and scratch such a cat while it loves you. If you would prefer M&Ms over the cat, then throw up tongue face emojis. Like a tongue face you'd be putting an M&M on the tongue of.
You'd be eating your M&Ms. The people have spoken. M&Ms
They
win.
have spoken. It is unanimous. It is in favor of M&Ms, and I congratulate you on your victory, my good friend.
I don't think we have enough people for Jack in the Box, unfortunately. So,
Hey, do you
we could
remember
do
me?
the alphabet game.
You just want to try it between you and I?
Yeah, we could just do the alphabet game. Apple. Say apple.
Beer cans were filling the apple, as apples then became one of the least healthy things on planet Earth.
Couldn't you also say that this is also creating an overpopulation of doctors because we didn't have enough apples to go ahead and scare the doctors away? We disrupted the food chain.
Don't you disrespect our doctors. Every new generation comes up with more of them, and they can slowly extract the beer out of every single apple ever created slowly as time progresses.
Excuse me, but I'm concerned with the fact that apples are a doctor repellent. And if these apples are becoming disgusting, that means that, well, number one, the doctors can't touch the apples, so that they can't extract the beer. And then the people can't eat the apples because, they're disgusting. So now there's no longer any doctor repellent. So it's just the whole food web's upset, man. Got an overabundance of doctors. We might have to have doctor season.
Finally, apples can make horses drunk enough to actually make a rampaging army of drunk horses. It can come in and swoop in and save all the doctors from all these apples that are destroying their very cellular structure.
Guess we can't have doctor season, folks. I don't know what to tell you. These damn fucking horses had to ruin our fun. I was so ready to get my doctor hunting license, and then they had to trample on those hopes.
Hell with it! We can find so now Sleepy Hollow turns out not fictional. That guy had the most doctor's appointments of anybody in existence, and now he is riding an army of drunk horses as he leads humanity to victory.
I hate humanity as much as the next guy, and I'd like to address the problem of humanity getting to victory, Gesundheit. However, I am still very much concerned about this overpopulation of doctors, and we need to get this checked out, man. I'm still saying doctor hunting season.
Jalapeno poppers actually come out of the mouth of every doctor that comes in contact with these apples. It's a really fascinating thing because the more jalapeno poppers come out of these doctors' mouths, the more it can feed the world. Jalapeno peppers are actually pretty good pretty good for you when they don't give you heartburn, and because they're in popper form, it makes them more desirable to eat. So when it's past COVID times, you won't even have to worry about the doctors' spit all over them because it comes out of their mouths.
Kill the doctors.
Love the doctors. What are you talking about, Serge Meister? These doctors are what's helping humanity to prosper. And they're also, not a joke, what's helping more vaccines to be created. Get your motherfucking vaccine, ladies and gentlemen. And the more apples you keep away from them, the more vaccines we have, and the closer we can get to this fucking pandemic stopping.
My personal opinion is that there's still a goddamn overpopulation of doctors. I just this morning had a bunch of doctors eating up all the bugs in my backyard. I looked out back and I saw a bunch of doctors grazing, pooping all over the backyard. Like, hey, get out of here. And the doctors, they looked at me. They had their little stethoscope so they could hear me a little better. Then they heard what I was saying, and they were like, and then I didn't have any apples to scare them off, so they just kept in the grass and pooping in my yard. I've got a fucking doctor infestation, man. I hope they do these vaccines, because they got me doing something other than pooping in my yard.
Nincompoops. I'm telling you, they're such nincompoops. What you were seeing weren't doctors. There were people pretending to be doctors so that they could give free examinations to the ground. But they also don't know how doctors work, and they think that doctors give examinations to the ground. And that's really a gardener. If you've ever seen a gardener with a stethoscope, that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to give a health exam to their healthy plant. But these doctors were trying to extract valuable information for the ground that they're going to release to Facebook some fucking how.
Oh, then how do you explain them pooping in my yard? Because I'm pretty sure that gardeners don't do that.
Pooping in your yard? It's a great fertilizer when you think about it.
Question: how do you know they're gardeners? Because one of them showed me his doctor's license to like say that like you can't scare me. You don't have any apples.
Rotary phones usually whisper to me from time to time that the verification of certain doctors. It'll tell me, whisper in my ear lovingly with the voice of Audrey Hepburn, if the closest person to me is in fact a licensed medical professional or not. Great superpower I got.
Stop bullshitting me, man. These doctors were nowhere near you, and the rotary phone whispered into my ear with the voice of IDW Megatron doesn't talk. Some other sexy voice whispered to me, "Those are doctors. They're all doctors. And I have a Core i9."
Tooth fairies, I've actually been finding out, are actually in cahoots with these doctors because they're trying to extract teeth from children so that they can gather more information on how different diseases affect children, but it's also stealing teeth from kids. So, I mean, take it for what it's worth.
Underground? Is that what you're saying? They're stealing teeth from people underground? Because that's the only reason I can think of for them listening to my dirt.
Very, very, very deep underground. It's like almost at the center of the earth. They got to get a really isolated chamber in there. It is almost a nightmare down there because it feels just a hair away from solitary confinement.
Well, when you put it that way, I guess doctors aren't all that bad, and it's really the tooth fairies we should be hunting, I guess.
Xenophobes are the real problem, if we really come down to it, because they keep, regressing society, making sure xenophobes don't exist anymore, and that they're taught into better ways.
I fuck up sometimes.
Zoinks! So thank you so much to Surgeus. Thank you so much to Surgeus for joining us for this episode of Improv Night. It was rather quiet tonight, but it was actually really fun doing it with you. Sometimes I even hardly noticed there wasn't anyone else. Hopefully next week there'll be more people in Alt Space, though. But more importantly, we have just enough time to remind people that upcoming Surgeus actually has a new show with us. It's going to be
Residential Debate, which is a spin-off of the debate game. Keep posted. Join our Discord so you can hear more about that as information becomes available. It is not a politically affiliated event, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. And wow, a lot of the events that you have with us, they sound at first like they're politically affiliated.
I like to make them politically affiliated and then tell people they're not. I like to make them sound politically affiliated. That's what I meant.
Also, like you said, Discord server right here for everything regarding We Are Improv VR. If you'd like to know, if you're new, or if you just need a reminder or something, or if you want to chat with us in between shows and shit, get notifications.
Find out what fictional character I think is sexy this week, because it changes.
And Surgeus, if you would like to give any final thoughts, now's your chance.
Support the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Absolutely. And on that note, I've never gotten to say on that note before this part. Don't support human trafficking. Have a lovely